What is up, DTube Steam blockchain? So today I want to talk about owner-based game theory. So approaching the Avalon blockchain launch, the DTube blockchain launch in May, I've been considering a little bit about what actually makes what makes value. And the more I sort of dive deeper into that, it seems like also studying other stake-based cryptos, what is making value seems to be the owner-based aspect of it. That seems to be making more value than the earn-based aspect of it. Something that people usually don't want to hear, but this is something also that you have in real life. So in real life, you have wage slaves, like you have people that are kind of slaves to time because they are not owner in anything. Well, the interesting thing about tokens is you can be owner in a network. And this is something that still hasn't been explored that much because many people haven't had personal experience of it. So people that got into Steam 2018, they kind of missed out on a lot of opportunities 2016, 2017 to become an owner in a network. So I've been considering when I study Avalon blockchain and the DTC mainnet, and it seems like the smartest thing eventually is going to be to try to look at all of this from a more owner-based game theory concept. So, for example, I did a little bit of math. So the amount of DTC DTube content creators are gonna get for their 2 years of working and making real DTube videos, it seems like it's going to be the amount of DTCs that if they want to earn that again, like after they gotten those tokens, if they want to earn that again on DTube, that would take 222 days. That's a pretty long time, and that is if they post daily and earn daily, which they may not even do. So like the concept of owner is pretty cool, right? That you can earn more as an owner, and if you increase what your big bag is worth, then that becomes worth more than the little extra that you earn from, let's say, a day-to-day basis. So this is really interesting, right? So let's say a person has a very, very big bag of tokens, big bag of DTCs or something like that. If that like doubles in value, that is so let's say we have this like starting bag of tokens that a DTube user got. So let's say they got tokens, let's say they got 4,000 DTC. And my math says that if they want to earn that again, it would take, okay, they maybe earn 18 DTC per day, it would take 222 days. That's a pretty long time, okay? Now, if we imagine this, so if let's say, so they have this big bag of 4,000 DTC. Now, let's say this big bag of tokens 3x in value. Now, it gets really, really fun. So before it was like, okay, it would take 222 days to sort of earn that if you earned 18 DTC per day. But if that big bag like 3x in value, to earn that would take around not 200 days, not 400 days, but like 600 days. And now we're kind of up to almost 2 years, where if you want to earn that, the same amount of value that you have as an owner, it would take almost 2 years, and that's a even longer time. Okay, so it gets kind of fascinating in many ways that I think more and more people are going to start to consider these terms more from when they have a big bag of something, when they have a high network influence, that it's more in their best interest to kind of protect their bag instead of just trying to make it. Sure, they're probably still gonna earn, right, a little bit here and there, but they're probably not gonna earn like massive as their big bag of owner stake that they already have. And this is something that maybe not many people want to hear, but it kind of makes logical sense when you kind of consider it that, well, the game theory becomes like smarter to try to increase the value of your big bag And usually that probably would be to become better at marketing, to get more people to use something. So for example, with the DTube and Avalon blockchain example, you have then more incentive almost to make other people smarter and get other people in the door. And maybe they are not going to be as big owner, but for them, it's still a lot of value to earn a bit as a creator and kind of learning like when they are coming into this industry. So what kind of happens every 2 or 3 years in this industry is like you have a period of new people coming in that are not like big owners in something, and they are fine with just earning a little bit here and there, you know, because they're just learning, right? And then in a couple of years they also become owners, and they can like teach new people that comes in the door then about cool stuff, you know. So I kind of like that concept, and just because we're starting to enter this field with so many numbers, number based, like with more computing power in the world, we have these number machines that do a lot of numbers and computing. It means that, yeah, it's gonna soon, people eventually gonna realize that, yeah, this computing machine it's just gonna outperform me so brutally that my only choice is like trying to become an owner in something, okay? Because it would probably take me 10,000 years eventually to try to beat computing power. It's like eventually it's going to be impossible, okay? The computing power is just going to earn so much better, so much faster, so much more efficient, that humans, we have limited time, resource, and energy to sort of do stuff, to make videos and to make content and stuff like that. Like our energy is kind of finite. But computing power just goes, right? It just sits in a corner, it just counts numbers, it makes them go up or something like that. So then eventually more and more people probably should move into this concept where they realize, well, what you're doing from a day-to-day basis doesn't matter that much. It's more about the ownership and the long-term outlook of things, and more about like monitor a system, like is it healthy, is it running smooth, just like maybe checking oil on a car or something like that. Like you like this, like some light level maintenance here and there, and then the machine kind of runs smooth. And that seems to be where a lot of things is going, and that's very nice for humans, of course, because then you don't have to overthink so much about, oh, it's always this kind of game of survival of the fittest. Oh, there's like a scarce resources of ones and zeros in computers, so we have to kind of fight for these scarce resources, when actually in fact it's like, no, we kind of have an abundance of ones and zeros in computers. We just have to become a little bit sharper at maintenance and at stuff that really matters, like ownership in a network that actually has potential to like grow and scale and so on. So that is what I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So seems like the game theory in crypto is going to move towards that more and more. And more people, I think, going to get buy-in for and like really understand the ownership concept when they actually become, when they get the personal experience of be owner in something and caring for something, and when they actually see it working. That is when they get more buy-in for that concept, where they realize, yeah, what I do on a day-to-day basis, this wage slave kind of concept, it's we should strive more towards ownership, you know. And I've done a lot of DTube videos also about kind of concepts around this back and forth, like this like rent and share age and so on. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to talk a little bit about today. And this is mainly from me observing this opportunity now that you get in the DTC mainnet, or I should say Avalon mainnet, that a video creator has an opportunity to become a whale in a video network. Now that's kind of cool. Usually opportunities like this, they don't come that often. They come like once every 5 years. You have like a massive opportunity to jump into something, and who knows, it may work. It may actually work. It may fail, but it also may work, you know. So some stuff fail in life, some stuff doesn't fail, like they actually work amazing. So you want to try to find the opportunities and like jump in and have fun with it, So that is what I wanted to talk a little bit about today. Hopefully enjoyed. Have a great day, DTube and Steem blockchain. Bye bye.